Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Muhammad Afzal Malik, educationist, business and management consultant. Welcome to my program. Today I would like to talk about a very important topic which we talk about on daily basis, and we blame and we raise issues and concern that our as a community we are weak. Look at other communities, how much they have developed themselves over a period of time and where we are, and we are not growing as a community. Yes, numbers are grown, numbers are adding, population is increasing, but community is not growing. So let's talk about, I will share my experience, and because I have a lot of experience and exposure on community development. I did a lot of work on community development back home and even here as a consultant and as a volunteer. Build many communities at grassroots level to help them to achieve their objectives. So first of all, we have to understand what is a community development. What is a community? So community is a group of people, number of people belong to a certain, generally I'm saying certain country, certain religion, certain background, based on language, based on religion, based on back home. So, but generally community is a group of people belong to the same culture, same country, almost religion, culture. But this is a narrow description. But when we have a broader understanding, that means the people living in an area, regardless of their political, religious, cultural ethnicity profile. So, we can cover both. I will cover the both. So, what is a community development? So it is a process. When we say process, that means it has its way of doing systematically. That means it's a starting point and going through different stages, and then ultimately we achieve our end result. It's a philosophy and a practice to do what? Help improving the social, economic, cultural, environmental, and political well-being of people living in a certain community. So it emphasizes not individual effort. Yes, individuals are very important, but in community development, the emphasis is on collective action, collaborative approach, shared vision, achieving a common objectives with the local participation of the people living in certain area, and empowering them, building their capacity so that they can act independently, and they can achieve their personal as well as their family and community objectives or goals. It helps enabling, we have to enable people to identify, we help them in this process to identify their own needs, what resources are needed for that to fulfill those needs, mean mobilizing the resources and take control of their development, not dependent on others. That means they have to take initiatives collectively, collaboratively, and focusing on the underlying objective, the destined objective. That means it's not just an individual effort, because individual effort is very limited time, limited resources. So, specifically speaking, the community development is about, it's a people-centered development, building the capacity, enabling them, empowering them, shared vision. That means we should develop our goals and objectives collectively, involving each and every member of that community, or through their elected leaders. Then participation and empowerment, because until the people of that community, they, in letter and spirit, that objective cannot be achieved. And then empowering them, building their capacity, giving them necessary trainings in different aspects, making them unable to take the necessary decisions independently. Then social justice and equity. That means the things should be done keeping in mind the social justice, no discrimination of any kind, and on equity basis. Then it should be sustainable. Yes, lot of time we make lot of efforts, we build the things, but after that we relax. And then the objective which we wanted to achieve, we will not be able to achieve at the end of that. That means we just relaxed and we don't do the necessary monitoring and evaluation and then taking the necessary corrective actions. So we have to do the sustainable improvement of the living condition in which that community is living. So after this intro, so there are different definitions of community developments are given by different scholars. And I would just share those with you for your knowledge and understanding. So United Nations, UNO, gave their own definition of community development. I just quote it, that community development is a process where community members come together to take collective action and generate solutions to common problem. That means again they said it's a process, continuous thing, activity for the community members, by the community member, of the community member. Like the definition of democracy was given by Abraham Lincoln, one of the USA president, about democracy, that it is for the people, by the people, of the people. That means the people have to start, people have to manage, people have to control, and for the benefit of the people. I mean, the people are beneficiaries, and people have to take initiatives, and people have to do the necessary management. So we should provide them a platform where they can come together, share their vision, share their thoughts, discuss about their needs, their issues, and try to resolve them, try to solve them in a collective manner. So that means they have to take collective actions and find out solutions of the problem. Another definition is community development is a planned effort. Of course, planning is involved. It cannot be done in a haphazard manner. It's very well thought of, very well conceived. Effort to build assets that increase the capacity of residents of a particular area to improve their quality of life. International Association for Community Development, IACD, the definition of community development is a practice that seeks to empower individuals and groups to shape their communities, to shape them, awake them, motivate them, moving their communities, and participate fully in civic life, that means in day-to-day life. So, what are the common things in all these three definitions and many other definitions? The common things are, the key idea across definition is participation of the members of that community, that group. Practically participation, be the member, provide resources, give insight, involved in the thought-provoking exercise, and taking responsibilities to run the affair, to provide the resources and to meet that group need, so they have to come forward to offer their services as a office bearer. But of course, in most of the cases, it's a voluntary service, not paid. Then it's for self-help. Not looking to others that they will come and help us. Okay? And then collective responsibility, that each and every member should take that responsibility, because each and every member is going to be like a chain, They should get so involved and so united. And then sustainable change. So whatever change they want to make for the betterment of the group, betterment of the people, so that should be done in a manner, in a fashion that it should sustain, it should keep on providing the service, the benefit for times to come. That is called sustainable. And it cannot become a sustainable until we constantly keep on monitoring, evaluating the results and taking the necessary corrective actions on time. So, the other sub meanings of that, a community refers to a group of people who live in a defined geographical location, geographical area, or share common interest, culture, identity, or challenges. I will not use the word problem. I have replaced the problem with challenges in my previous talks. So we can make in small town and villages, at the grassroots level, community development for their area, religious groups, professional association, youth or women group. The word development is used for positive change. Development is used for positive change. For the time to come on sustainable basis. And that means improved living standards, increase access to resources, resource allocation, resource management, expand opportunities, find out more opportunity, explore more opportunity for development, for work, for jobs, for economic activities, and enhance human dignity. So that is the underlying objective, to enhance human dignity, because people should be respected not only based on their educational qualification, based on their wealth, based on their assets, based on their tribe, or based on their family. That these should not be the parameter of that. That means the dignity as a human. Every member, every person, every human being must be respected and treated equitably, so that they should enjoy their dignity. So human dignity is very important, and that must be maintained. And how we can maintain that dignity? Doing the right things. Honesty, dedication, devotion, truthfulness. So these are the qualities which we have to create and maintain to get the results. so that nobody should raise finger on us. Only then we can maintain our integrity. First of all, we should be role model. First of all, we have to correct ourselves in order to raising finger on others. Okay? So, why we have to have community development? What goals and objectives we want to achieve? So, main goal or purpose or objective, we can change these words interchangeably, to improve the overall quality of life of the community members in a sustainable and equitable manner. So everybody should get their due right. So we can decide some specific objectives to be achieved. I told you in my previous talk that we must set an objective to be achieved when we do planning, strategic planning. An objective must be achievable, realistic, quantifiable, and measurable. The objective must be quantitative, not qualitative. But the trickle-down effect is also qualitative. So, number one, to reduce poverty and inequality, that means to build the economic condition, to improve the economic condition of the members. And number two, to improve access to education, health, housing, or food. That means to improve access to meet all the fundamental and basic needs of every member of that community. Promote economic self-reliance. For that, we have to generate resources, pooling the resources, and then using those resources for the benefit of the members of that community. So that we should not raise hand for help in front of others. That strengthening social cohesion, that means living together. If you are living in a multicultural society, we have to create that social cohesion. We have to enhance democratic participation, take active participation in the democratic process of that country. Personally, actively involving ourselves, helping the candidates in their election campaign, becoming the member of those political parties, attending their functions, they're going to their campaign office, doing a volunteer work. So that means they have to show our presence there practically. And even to contest election, to become candidates. This is also a very important part of community development, particularly in this society, in our Canadian society. Then we have to protect the environment. make our surroundings neat and clean, promote cleanliness. And then empowering marginalized groups, individuals, people, those are less fortunate, those are not having lot of resources. To uplift them, uplifting them, poor people, marginalized people, making them self-reliant, making them self-employed, making them entrepreneurs. And for that, we have to build their capacity. Education, training should be provided so that to make them effective member of that community in particular, but for the entire society and country in general. So these marginalized group can be women, youth, disabled persons. So what principle we have to apply for the community development? So community development is guided by the core principles, fundamental principles. The number one is participation, active participation. People must actively take part in decision-making process. Then number two is empowerment, building skills, knowledge, confidence, leadership qualities, management, organization skills, communication skills, make them creative. Then self-reliance. For that, we have to encourage communities to use local resources, tap more resources, go toward indigenization, thinking more to create value addition, not just selling the raw material, but converting those raw materials into finished product. That we call value addition. To do the value to the things. Like as a Canadian and as a Canada, we are lagging behind. Since centuries, we are exporting our raw material to earn foreign exchange. Our exports are primarily based on exporting raw material. Now we are exporting raw lumber, we're exporting crude oil. Instead of putting up factories here, refineries here to convert that wooden logs, which is a very valuable natural resource, including crude oil and gas, fisheries. So God has gifted Canada with so many natural resources. And there is a documentary prepared by the, I think, federal government, and I have watched them many times, and I have suggested to many people, and I also show that to my student in the classroom, and I request you to also please watch that documentary with your family. that, and that will tell you the importance of Canada. And the title is The World Without Canada. The World Without Canada. And after watching that video, you will appreciate and you'll feel pride being a Canadian. So, World Without Canada. That is a documentary. You can just Google it and you can watch through Facebook or what we call the you can watch on television through YouTube. Okay. And then next is equity and inclusion. So nobody should be excluded in this process. Full involvement. Only then we can grow. Only that community can grow. And then social justice. That means the fair distribution of the resources, opportunities. And it's not only the certain people of that group and community, they are going to get the benefit, and many of them, they are being deprived of those resources. The social justice must prevail. And then we have to acquire sustainability. That means any development without sustainability, to me it's a zero. So whatever we are creating today, any infrastructure, anything which we are creating today, manufacturing today, preparing today for the benefits of the human being, because primary beneficiaries are the human beings of all the developments. So if they are not properly managed, monitored on regular basis, so they will die. So the development, sustainability means the development must meet the present need without harming the future. Like we have developed a technology based on fossil fuel, and we put up industries and vehicles and cars and etc. using the fossil fuel, which you call the oil or gas, and that is generating carbon. So that development was not on sustainable basis. What happened after that? The aftermath. The problem, environmental degradation. We have polluted the environment. As a result, the ozone layer has been depleted. The climate is changing. So that was not a sustainable development, that was one-sided development, just looking at the benefit, not looking at its negative effect on the human life as well. And now we are paying the price for that. Still, even in this era, in this time we are passing through, still many of the development we are doing, they are in isolation. We are just focusing on the benefit which we want to accrue, but we are ignoring blatantly on the other side, which is the dark side of that development, that how this can affect and impact the human life, environment, ecology. And we are seeing the results. But we can't do anything, because we have done colossal loss. And in order to repair that loss, we need billions or trillions of dollars. no country can afford to invest. So sustainability is very, whatever we do at our individual level, at the community level, at the corporate level, business level, family level, we have to ensure that we have to look at both sides of the coin, positive and the negative. And then we see how we can address this negative aspect of this development. So we must take the necessary corrective actions to save the people, environment, ecology from their negative effect. So this is the meaning of sustainability. Then collective actions. It's not individual. One person has a very limited capacity and resources and time. So working together in hand, like a chain, focusing on the collective objectives, not being selfish, and to achieve common goals, not individual goal, common goal of that community, of that group. So, I would like to stop here. I will continue with this talk because we'll talk about approaches to community development, the challenges of community development, so that I will try to cover in my next talk, hopefully tomorrow. So stay tuned. That is basically what is the community development, the definition, the principles, and the real thing is how we have to do, how we put these into action. Because it's action that matter, not just the thoughts. Like in Urdu language, वैसे अमल से जिंदगी बनती है, जन्नत भी जहन्नम भी, ये खाकी अपनी फितरत में न नूरी है न नारी है. और एक और जगह पे शायर ने कहा कि फर्द कायम रब्ते मिल्लत से है, तन्हा कुछ नहीं. फर्द कायम रब्ते मिल्लत से है, तन्हा कुछ नहीं. That means identity of an individual is nothing until we work collectively. We become part of that society. Rabt Qayam, Fard. Until we make a millat, we make a community. Fard Qayam, Rabt Millat se hai, tanha kuch nahi. मौज है दरिया में, बैरूने दरिया कुछ नहीं. So your survival and your integrity is only that is within the water, within the ocean. And if you are out of the ocean or water, you are nothing. Like the fish, life is in the water, not out of the water. So thank you so very much for being with me. I'm sure that you will get the benefit, because these talks are not, you see, benefit to everybody and everybody to that extent. Maybe many of you, they must have been knowing more than I talk. Sometimes it's a refresher, sometimes it's a new information and knowledge. Maybe some of you listeners, maybe you got around 1%, 2%, 3%. So the benefit varies. So let's put all our efforts collectively to build community. And that is our strength. मौज है अंदरूने दरिया बैरूने दरिया कुछ नहीं. Our identity, our existence is just not as an individual, it's just living within, being part of that community, society and group. Then we are known as a community, we are known as a group, we are known as a society, we are known as a country. Okay, Jazakallah khairan. May Allah bless you all. Take care of your health. Health is prime importance. Health should be number one. Then the family. Look after your family. Family is after the health. Family is very important. Maintain your family connections. Support each other. Be patient, tolerant. If we this union needs lot of patience, tolerance, perseverance, love and affection. Okay. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.